Final community, ho ho ho, Merry Christmas. Gosh, it's hard to believe we've got less than 5 weeks left and the big day will be here. Mr. Rick and Clyde here, and celebrating Christmas all through the month of November. And we're up to the letter M this time, and there's about 10 or 12 albums from the letter N, so let's jump into it if we shall, and kick it off here with this is the Mancini Christmas, the very first one. That's from 1966. Typical Mancini Christmas, nothing special. A good sounding album, you know, an enjoyable album. A lot of medleys. As a matter of fact, most of the stuff that he does are in medleys here. He groups 3 or 4 songs together. And I think this one, no, this is the Monaural, that's right. Monaural album from Mary Mancini. Mary Mancini Christmas. Go back to 1987. This is Reba McEntire's Christmas album. And Reba does a pretty good job on it. A lot of standards are in this album. Plus, she does a song called On This Day, which is nice. And, of course, she records The Christmas Guest, which was written by Graham Paul Jones. And Happy Birthday, Jesus, I'll open this one just for you. She wrote that and arranged it. And a good Christmas album from Reba McEntire. A couple from Mantovani. This is a reissue of a 1957 Christmas album from the Mantovani Christmas Carols, which is a good sound. It's got the, of course, I enjoy Mantovani quite a bit. I've got several of his albums, and like to listen to an orchestra every now and again. And this is a good one here from '57, Christmas Carols. And then we come up to '63. He produced another one, Christmas Greetings from Mantovani and his orchestra. And this has a lot of the classic Christmas, Deck the Halls, Jingle Bells, 12 Days of Christmas, and just a whole bunch of Christmas songs, of course, and a good sound also from Mantovani. And this one's in stereo. Then there's a fellow by the name of Gene Martin. This is his Capitol recordings. He was on Capitol Records from the 50s into the early 60s before Frank Sinatra started the Reprise label, and of course he jumped over there with a whole lot of different artists. But this is a collection of his early Christmas stuff from Capitol Records, and there are also a lot of wintertime songs. Out Cold Again, Baby It's Cold Outside, and I Got My Love to Keep Me Warm, Canadian Sunset. But he also does Let It Snow, and Winter Wonderland, White Christmas, and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So a good compilation of from Dean Martin. Actually, this album was originally released and called A Winter Romance back when it was released back in the early 60s. And of course, then he got over to Reprise, and around 1966 or 67, he produced this one, Most Happy Holiday Season, with the Dean Martin Christmas album. And this is a good one from Dean also. Of course, you can't go wrong with Dean Martin. I enjoy his stuff quite a bit, and this is a lot more Christmas songs than the Reprise, and a good album from Dean. Here's Al Martino. He starred in The Godfather, if you remember correctly. When he starred as the singer that couldn't get the movie rights. And of course, I remember hearing Frank Sinatra was upset when that movie came out because everybody thought it was going to be about him, which, you know, it wasn't truly about Frank, but the story was had some truth to it. But anyway, this is a good album. I like Al Martino too. He's a good singer, and you can't go wrong with him. He does a lot of Christmas classics on side 1, and then the carols, the Christmas carols, are all on side 2 there. And a good album from Al Martino. Johnny Mathis. This album had, from what I understand, had 2 or 3 different jacket art differences when it came out in 1958, I believe. I've seen pictures of him standing on a set of skis, and this is the one with him just laying in the snow, so to speak. But a good album from Johnny Mathis. This is with Percy Faith and his orchestra, and he does a lot of the old Christmas classics in his style with Percy Faith. This is a good album also, in stereo from 1958. Merry Christmas from Johnny Mathis. And then in the little 70s, they did another Columbia record. This was a reissue from Harmony, and Christmas with Johnny Mathis. And this one's got a lot of different songs on it. Sounds of Christmas, Marshmallow World, and Secret of Christmas. And this was truly, actually, in my opinion, this is a better album than the previous one. I enjoy this one a whole lot more. This is Christmas with Johnny Mathis. Then Mitch Miller comes along, and this is his 1958 issue of Christmas Sing-Along with Mitch. And this particular album is all the Christmas carols. "O Come All Ye Faithful," "The First Noel," "We Three Kings," and so on and so on. But it's in the Christmas tradition. But this album has a lot of female voices mixed in with it. It's not the truly all-male chorus that you expect, and it's done in a very slow, a lot slower. Of course, back in 1958, when people recorded Christmas music, they didn't really fool around much. They took it all in seriousness, and that's the way this album is. It's a very serious Christmas album. But this one came out in 1961, I believe, and this is Sing Along. This is the holiday album. Now, this album has special meaning to me because we had this album when I was a kid, and the day after Thanksgiving, Mom and Dad went up into the attic and they pulled down the aluminum Christmas tree and all the things and the Christmas album, and of course this was the album that we listened to while Mom was decorating the Christmas tree. And I remember as a kid sitting around, the four of us just sitting around reading the lyrics to the songs. We knew it by heart, but it was just something to do. And this whenever I want to celebrate Christmas, this album puts me in the mood. And this is a very upbeat Christmas album, and I'm sure most people have heard it. It's a very popular Christmas album, a very good one too. Matter of fact, it's one of the best in my collection. Holiday Sing-Along with Mitch. I love that one. Here come the Mills Brothers. This was originally released, this is a reissue on Pickwick, but this was originally released, I believe, on Decca back in 1959. And Mills Brothers were popular through the 40s, 50s, and 60s, and this was a good album. They did a good job on these Christmas classics. This Mills Brothers, particular Mills Brothers sound, but a lot of good Christmas classics there. And last but not least, here's Canada's sweetheart, Anne Murray. This is her Christmas album, I think, from, so let me see if I can see it here. I want to say it's from the 1980s. I'm not exactly sure. I don't see the date on the back of here. But this is a good album from her also. She does a lot of good Christmas songs and on there. So there's Anne Murray's Christmas Wishes from somewhere around 87, 88, somewhere around in there. And that takes care of the letter M. And we'll be back next week with the letters N, O, and P as we continue to wind it down here on this Christmas. I hope you all are having a good day. And because I'm about to get out there and do some hard work now. It's about time to. So, Clyde, you got anything to say? Of course, Clyde says Merry Christmas and Happy Trails to all of you.